My name is Christine. If this reading is finding you, there may be a message in it that your guides want you to hear. I've intended for this message to find whoever needs to see it when they need to see it. Let's get into it. All right, I've already asked that Spirit shows us. I already said that. Didn't I? I don't know. It's feeling weird today. Tell me if you agree. Queen of Cups. Okay, I can get behind this. All right, I love the Queen of Cups. Let's take a second. I'm going to set that down, see if anything else. We've got Temperance at the bottom of the deck. We pulled that yesterday. Harmony, divine timing. Queen of Cups is very receptive energy and also emotionally stable, right? It's a card of being in touch with your emotions, but also knowing what to keep to yourself. Oh, hello. Already with the Strength. What else? Victory, six of Wands. We got a very victorious situation here, very victorious outcome. Strength here. I mean, that has been a through line through all of these readings, right? The Strength card, because it has to be, as we're all kind of shifting in this crazy new world. Let's see, any other clarity here? So Queen of Cups. Whew. Also a very colorful, like a very diverse couple of colors here. Blue, yellow, orange, green. I just feel like this is a different vibe than what we've been pulling lately for some reason. Definitely Leo energy. Ooh. Judgment again, the awakening, 202 on the timer. All right, give me a moment. I'm going to take a look at this. You have made enough space for all of the abundance to come in. I just felt this like heating up under my hand and I checked. It's the Ace of Cups. You have this overflow coming in, this beautiful overflow, because you've been able to, it's almost like you've been able to contain what you needed in this small vessel rather than like taking on everybody else's stuff, which you may have done in the past. You may have felt this almost like fog lift, right? Of like, why am I taking on other people's bullshit? Like, why am I even bothered? Like, what do I get out of this? And it's not from a selfish standpoint. It's the opposite. It's like you thought you were being selfless, but in reality, it was like you were either being taken advantage of or there was just an imbalance in whatever relationships or partnerships you were trying to heal. And it's like once you clarify what you're able to hold and what you're willing to hold and what actually 111 on the timer, what's actually meant for you, you can sit in this throne, right? And like focus on you. She's focusing on her own shit. You see that? Like she's on this little, and she's in the water, but she's on land. Like she's very solid, very balanced. Damn. And like, you're not even looking up as these people are having their awakenings. You're like, yeah, I know. Good luck. It's sort of like, send them on their way. Remember that song? I used to love that song by Rusted Root, and then people were always like, oh, the song from Matilda. And I was like, oh, yeah, I guess it's a song from Matilda, King of Frickin' Cups. We got the Fool. Well, we've got some beautiful divine counterparts here as well. So if partnership or just equal footing is something you've been looking for, like somebody who has the capacity to meet you where you are, that is definitely coming in here, especially with this Fool. This is like the energy of like, come with me or don't, but like, I'm heading out of here. Not everyone's going to come with you, right? That's just the nature of growth and healing. But you will be victorious. I mean, no joke. This Strength card, like your guides are like, you're nailing it. And I just heard in my mind, ahead of schedule. You're ahead of schedule, which honestly is probably why feels like it's taking so long. It's like you're ahead of schedule. You need to wait for things to catch up. Oh man, I love this. Okay, I'm gonna see if we can get one more. Whoa, I just felt like I got hit in the chest. There's a lot of stuff going on with the Schumann resonance. I don't know if any of you follow that, 303 on the timer, but it's like this graph of the energy that the earth receives, and it's almost aligned with like the chakra system. And so you can see there are these creators on here who like track it daily, and it's very strange how it tends to line up with like my own energy spikes, or like 321 on the timer. We're getting a lot of like angel numbers, a lot of like, you know, and I heard something very interesting yesterday, which really stuck with me, and that 333 as I open my eyes. And that is that if you are very aligned on your path, you will notice that you cannot get away with things. And you'll notice other people get away with things, and you're like, how do they get to pull stunts like this and there's no consequences? Meanwhile, you do one thing, like maybe eat a weird food that doesn't sit with you and you kind of know it, or you kind of know you shouldn't be doing something, but you stay up too late, whatever, and you get the consequences. That's not a bad thing. That's a sign that you are so aligned that, like, she described it as a rubber band effect. Like the more in line you are with like the way your soul's trajectory, the way you're meant to go, as you veer off the path, like you're magnetically pulled back. You snap back in, because like you're not so loosey-goosey out there that you're kind of free roaming. You're like, you're locked in. So if you veer off, you know, and that can be annoying and frustrating, but it's also great because it means you have evidence in your body and in front of your eyes that you should be either doing what you're doing or getting back to what you should be doing, right? Like it's apparent, it's in front of you. And I just think that's a really cool way to look at it, because it can be frustrating when you're like, why do I have to do everything like a certain way and feel like things are so much harder, and like things are always like, there's like always another thing. And it's like, yeah, that's because that's the growth. Like that thing that you're like, oh, I wish I could just get past that. That's the thing. That's the growth. That's the exact thing you're meant to go through and look at and surrender to and accept and open your heart, and whatever the situation, I don't know the situation, right? And choose yourself above all else, right? Like all that said, but not giving away your autonomy, your sovereignty, yourself. Stay with yourself. And you'll know what's aligned and what's not. You just will. You'll just feel it, and you'll feel when it's not aligned. And that's a gift. That's like, that means you're on a spiritual path, is what this creator said yesterday. And I just found that it was someone on YouTube. Yeah, I will look that up. But okay, let's see what I was like. What is this last card we got? The Devil. What was I just saying? Like, you will feel sometimes like this is, look at my shirt, hang on. That's so funny, little devil. Ah! And here I've got Sekhmet, goddess of war. I'm clearly in a mood today. Okay. Devil is ego. It's all things like earthbound. It's not necessarily bad, right? Like we need our ego. We need part of the human experience, right? Like pleasure, the earthly goods and the things. However, of course, we know that that's not necessarily priority. It's also easy to kind of fall down that path and get swept away. That being said, this goes hand in hand with what I was just saying, that sometimes you can feel when you're not aligned. It's like this energy comes in hot and you're like, but then once you get aligned, it's like, okay, I see why that wasn't for me. I see why that person wasn't for me, that relationship. But even on a smaller scale, like, yeah, I see why this type of food just doesn't sit well with me, or I see why I just wasn't meant to continue this sport activity hobby with these certain people, or I wasn't meant to continue this job, whatever the case may be. That Devil card really, and the World, it's like you are reaching this like pinnacle and things are going to be easy on the, things are going to be so soft, okay? Like things are going to be like this devil eating his little ice cream cone, but like you're able to enjoy your life and the pleasures of life without your whole identity and soul feeling like compromised, right? I know that's like intense, but you know, I mean, I think a lot of us who are on spiritual paths like have felt that way. Yeah, here, Five of Swords reversed. Just don't 808 on the timer, don't look back. Like leave these things behind that don't serve you. And you know what? People will probably feel hurt, they'll feel anger, they'll feel triggered. And that's theirs, right? You're the Queen of Cups. You're not meant to carry that, okay? That's theirs. And you know what? It's not a benefit to them if you carry that. That's the big thing you kind of need to realize is like, it's not a benefit to you because you should focus on your own healing. It's also not a benefit to them because it takes away their chance to, you know, have that sort of awakening, that reckoning, and find their own strength, right? Like you don't need to be that person. So Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck, like the only way is up. Here comes my own demonic entity to join the room or join the party. Come on. Come on. There he is. If you're wondering, he does still smell like a skunk.